The Great East Japan Earthquake. Many irreplaceable lives were lost in the huge tsunami caused by a massive earthquake of magnitude 9. The Japanese archipelago is located where tectonic plates bump together, making it one of the most seismically active areas of the world. Around 20% of all earthquakes with magnitude of 6 and over occur in Japan. As for active volcanoes, 7% of them in the world are concentrated in this small country. Natural disasters such as typhoon, heavy rain, landslides, and heavy snow also cause extensive damage to the country. Japan is blessed with the beauty of the 4 distinct seasons, but because of its geographical, topographical, and meteorological conditions, the country is also subject to frequent natural disasters. The Ise-wan typhoon, which killed more than 5,000 people in 1959, led to the enactment of Disaster Countermeasures Basic Act in 1961. This disaster management system has been further strengthened by the lessons learned from subsequent large-scale disasters. The Cabinet Office and the Central Disaster Management Council act as the cornerstones of Japan's disaster management system. The Cabinet Office is working to bring ministries and agencies together in the areas of basic policy on disaster prevention, preparedness, response, recovery, and reconstruction in the event of large-scale disasters. Also, it is seeking to unify related institutions to draft plans and conduct overall coordination. Led by the Prime Minister, the Central Disaster Management Council is set up within the Cabinet Office and plays a key role in determining comprehensive disaster management measures, like the formulation of the Basic Disaster Management Plan. When a major disaster strikes, Major Disaster Management Headquarters or Extreme Disaster Management Headquarters are set up, depending on its scale. Information gathered by ministries and agencies is conveyed to the headquarters and reflected in the rescue, emergency, and medical operations. Police and fire service teams from outside the disaster area also provide wide area support. The self-defense forces and medical assistance dispatch teams are also sent to the affected area. It's very important to be prepared for future possible disasters at all times. Massive and large-scale damages are estimated with Nankai Trough earthquake and Tokyo Inland earthquake. As for the Nankai Trough earthquake, countermeasures are considered, assuming the maximum possible earthquake and tsunami to occur, taking all possibilities into account. Estimates are made on how much damage can be reduced through prior investment for disaster risk reduction, such as propagating earthquake-resistant and fire-resistant buildings, securing safe tsunami evacuation routes, and establishing wide-area disaster management measures with the best combination of structural and non-structural measures. In order to reduce the damage caused by disasters, the government has set up disaster reduction goals for human lives and buildings. By taking measures such as raising the rate of earthquake-resistant buildings up to 95%, the number of totally collapsed buildings should be reduced by more than 50% from the maximum estimated 2.5 million units. It is also estimated that by taking measures such as constructing tsunami evacuation buildings and towers and enabling rapid evacuation, the number of death tolls should be reduced by more than 80% from the maximum estimated 323,000. The recovery and reconstruction phase from the disaster is an opportunity to take a fundamental approach to future possible disasters through land use, city planning, and building codes. This concept of build back better is essential to construct a more resilient community than before and mitigate damage of future possible disasters. In Japan, for example, the areas devastated by the Great Hanshin-Awaji earthquake have been reconstructed with wider streets and community parks, making the towns resilient to disasters. Efforts for Build Back Better are ongoing in the Tohoku areas devastated by the Great East Japan earthquake. What can we do to prepare for possible future disasters? Here is one case where disaster education played a key role in a successful evacuation. In Kamaishi City, after the Great East Japan earthquake, smooth evacuation of the residents was enabled by the help of the city's junior high school students. Since 2004, the city has been working on evacuation drills for tsunami disaster under the guidance of Professor Katada from Gunma University. The 3 principles of evacuation they have learned were: don't make assumptions, do your best under the circumstances, and be the first to evacuate. March 11th, the day when the earthquake occurred. All the students staying in the junior high school were able to evacuate themselves in accordance with the principles, helping neighboring elementary school students and residents to evacuate together. It is important to learn from experiences of past disasters and pass on the lessons learned to prepare for possible future disasters.
やっぱり一人一人がリーダーくらいのなんていうか知識とか、そういう行動力とかを持ってたんだと思います。防災教育を教える側になって高校教師で地元の高校に戻っていきたいなと思ってます。